Hi. Hi, Sia. Hi, Kyra. Hi, Shanae. Sia, Kyra, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Do you want to turn on your video so I can watch you, watch me? Oh, let's see Shanae's picture. Lovely. One minute, let me just spotlight so everyone can see it. Very nice. Well done. Well done. Good. You made some more? Arey, wow. That is so cute. Nice. Okay. So today I'm going to show you how to draw hands. This is what Ruhan had wanted, right? Last time? Okay, good. So I'm going to show you how to draw some hands like skeletons and then how you can put some roundness to it, and then we will try making some gestures with it. You know what gestures are? Gestures are when you make all sorts of hand poses. All these are gestures. So I'll show you how to draw that as well. Okay. So let me begin. So first thing we will do is just try to draw a palm that is outstretched. Do you want to try to make your palm? So just hold it in front of you and try to draw it on paper. And let's see how you draw it first. And then I'm going to show you how to draw a picture of that in my way. And your way could be just as good or even better than my way. But I want us to have this comparison that if I were to do it, how would I do it? And if I'm being taught, what am I learning new? Okay? I think all of you must have done those pictures of keeping your hand on paper and then making an outline, right? That is the easiest thing to do, and that's a very nice drawing to make. Let's see if Shana has made that. Okay, that's excellent. So you can draw a hand, you can trace a hand really well. That's wonderful. Okay, we're just going to wait for everyone to draw their hands, and then I will show you how you can draw it. Shana, you can try this also. Everyone is looking at their hand and trying to draw it. So one is this that you got. How about you just look at your hand and try to draw your hand like you see it. Let's see, how are everyone's hands looking? Would you like to show me how they're looking? So I can just see what you already know how to make. So I'm not repeating the same. Okay, let's see. Okay, Shana, very good, very nice. That's a nice looking hand.
When I was placing the nails.
Okay, oh, that's a nice looking hand too. Very nice. Very good hands. You're already pretty good at making hands. These are good. Kyra, how's your hand looking?
Ma'am, not yet finished.
Okay. How much time are you taking? Hand should be quick. Are you erasing? Don't erase too much. It's okay. I just need to know basically whether you can make a hand or not. That's all. It doesn't have to be perfect. Otherwise, what is the point of today's class if it is perfect?
Miss, what are we doing right now?
I'm going to show you how to make a hand. So first, I want you to draw a hand by looking at your hand. So then I know how you are drawing hands. And then I'm going to show you one technique of drawing hands also, a different technique. Sia, don't erase so much. It's pointless if you erase. Just show me what you can make.
erasing the rough line.
No, don't erase the rough line. I want to see the rough line. I want to see the whole construction. So hands and feet are quite a difficult topic to draw often. You will draw a person very nice, and then when it comes to the hand, it starts looking a little odd. So sometimes you will draw a hand like this. I'm just showing some samples of hands that I have drawn. So it could be somewhat like this. Ah, oh, very nice, yeah. That's a good hand.
Isn't.
It is a good hand. So one second, let's see. Shana is very nice. I can see very barely any lines, but that's good. That means you're drawing light. Okay. So I'll tell you what happens when you are drawing a hand. For the most part, if we are going to draw a person like a human body that is holding something in its hand, we can just get away with drawing a hand like that. I'm going to show you. Is everyone watching this? Because you can stop drawing your hands now and watch my hand, because I won't be able to draw it again since we have to do a lot more. So if I want to show somebody holding a bag, this is the bag and this is the handle. You can actually get away by just drawing this, and it can look like a hand. See, you just make 1, 2, 3, 4 bumps, and that works like a hand also. Now if you want to show a hand and a thumb, you just add a line from any one of those sides, and this looks like a hand holding a bag. Okay, would you like to draw this? I'm first going to show you some simple hands. So draw the bag first, and then you can draw 2 parallel lines like this. Draw 4 small bumps, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if you draw this, and then you can draw the bag also. And then you draw a line from here coming out. So it looks like this. See? And that's good enough. These cartoon hands are also pretty good. You don't have to show a wrist or elbow or anything. And this can be for holding anything you want. It can hold, if you turn it around and hold it upright, what can it hold? It can hold maybe a mic, or what do people hold usually? Ice cream cone. Something like this. And then again you show a thumb from the side, and that's good enough. And you can draw this arm pretty big. Now the trick is how to show something from the other side, how to show the fingers. Oops. I want to show the other side of this hand. That is where things can get a little tricky. So here's what I do. First, we can show some digits. So digits are your fingers. So how do I show these fingers? I show them like 4 fat sausages. And then I will draw my 5th sausage, but only half of it from the opposite side. Okay, so I have stacked 4 sausages one on top of the other, and then the 5th one on the side. It's a little crooked, and then I will make my cone behind this. And once I have made my cone, just where the last sausage ends, I will draw a line coming outward from there and a line from the top of the thumb, and our hand is ready. See? So I'm going to put some numbers here. First you draw the sausages, then you draw half a sausage on the other side, then you draw the cone, and last you will draw these 2 lines. Okay, did you get it? Are you getting it? Now it's very important to learn how to draw hands like these also, because as much as it is good to draw very realistic hands, a lot of times you will see that you don't need to draw very detailed hands. So you should be able to draw just a little bit to convey that it is a hand. Like if it's a very small detail you're showing, then that is what you can show. All right. Is everyone with me? We'll draw some more of these cartoon hands in a bit. Now I want to show you how to construct a proper real hand the way I do it. And there are many ways you are going to find in which hands can be drawn. So here's one. Is everyone with me? Just draw all these step by step with me. So let's start off with a square. A square means that you have the horizontal and vertical side more or less equal. Okay, in the square we will draw a circle. Okay, now divide the shape in half horizontally and vertically. Has everyone got this shape? A square within which it has a circle, and divide this shape horizontally and vertically. Now, at this point, which is the half measure in the first left side rectangle, draw one line going up, and the same in the second half, and then just at the end of the square. Okay, now can you see, we can already see a hand like this. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers, and you have a point here which is going to become our finger. Now, our thumb. Now try to see if this is the square, then I have a circle here. In the middle of the circle goes my middle finger. In half first part is my pointer or index, then my ring, then my little finger, and then way down here I have my thumb, which doesn't come out straight, but from the center I get to see where the tip of the thumb will come. So from the bottom of the square I will draw my thumb coming outward. So this is the basic structure I use for my hand. Now once this is done, along the circle you can draw these shapes. Draw sausages, you know what the structure is like. The middle finger is the tallest. Okay, how tall can it go? There are lots of sizes it can go. But you can easily see that my finger is about the same size as my palm. So you can easily make another square going all the way up to give you an idea of how tall at least one of your fingers can be, the middle finger. Okay, so here I have drawn my fingers from the circles. Look at this. I'm making this. Just excuse me for a second. Okay, so we will then make a line coming a little to the side. So you get
Miss,
V shape in the middle.
miss,
Yes.
like this.
Oh, 1 minute. Let me just check. Let me pin and I will check. Okay. Where is the square? Where can I see the square? Okay, I can see your first hand. Then, is there another hand you have made? Move your book a little to the right, Chennai. Okay, now a little up. Yes, that is good. That's very good. Now look at the heights of the fingers and see on your hand which finger is the tallest, and start counting the fingers from your thumb side. So your thumb, finger 1, 2, 3, and 4. So finger 1 is a little short compared to finger 2, and then finger 3 and 1 are about the same size, and then finger 4 is the smallest. Right? Now this proportion is also there, but you can just look at your fingers and decide. Now don't join anything here. Don't join anything here. We have to do a little bit of construction for the thumb. So the thumb is a line that comes down like this, and then it's like the sausage just turns on the side. See? It's got a bump up. And then you can join these with a curve. And then the last part is to bring these down inward, just a little inside, because we need a wrist. So the wrist is slightly narrow. And again over here you can easily study your own proportions. If this is the wrist and if I draw a line straight up, how wide is the wrist? This line goes straight up, so see where we had drawn the center of the first finger, that is where our wrist begins. So it comes down from here, and if we don't look at this bump, it comes down the center side, side of this, and we just curve it inward, and that's our hand. Do you want to try drawing the other side now? Why, Sia? Why are you shaking your head?
It just seems a bit hard. Like right side features are somehow easier to draw than left side features.
How do you know that this is my right hand and not my left hand? No, just turn it around. It shouldn't be difficult. Let's do it together. Now, right exactly where we have drawn the first square, let's first start. Do it with me if you want. Let's make that square first. And let's draw the circle. And try to remember things, even though I'm giving you instructions. Try to remember what we did with the first hand. And we drew a line in the middle of the circle and square shape, horizontally and vertically. Now, because we want the index finger on the right hand side, this is how we will divide. And our thumb is going to be from the bottom of the square going towards this middle line. Now, it is important to note that this angle can change. So, if you want your finger to be a little closer, your thumb to be a little closer to the fingers, look at how tall your thumb is. It's just a little, it's almost at the same height as we have drawn the square. See? So, our thumb can go upward like this, and this will be a hand that has got closed fingers or something like this, right? And remember that your fingers don't start in one line. They start, see, they are perched on top of the circle, not the square. Oops. The pen is getting very impatient. See, can you see the circle shape? Otherwise, our fingers would have all started from the same point. That's why drawing the circle is important. Now, when we are drawing the other hand, you can always match the heights to the first hand. And even if you make your hand, fingers or lines a little wobbly, that's okay. That in fact looks more natural. Bring your hand down to the wrist. And on the other side now here's an interesting thing that you do. If you want to show the back of the hand or the front of the hand, we now have two folds that we can make. So if we make, look at how the difference is. In the back of the hand, the line that comes from the index finger goes outward, and then we draw the thumb straight. So it'll go outward, and then we'll draw the thumb up to here, then go inward, and this becomes our wrist. But let's see if it's the same if our hand is, oh my god, this is going to be tough, but let me show you. So if the hand is inside, can you see how this line turns inside the square? See the difference? Here this line goes outside the square, here this line goes inside the square. So it's so easy to decide which side of the palm you want to make based on where you are going to show those creases. So if I show that crease coming inward, and I'll draw the thumb exactly alike in all the same, in both hands. This is the right hand. Let's actually come from the thumb side. And then we have all these lines. So we can draw these. And we also can draw lines at the base of the joints of the finger. So this looks like it's an open hand facing up. I think I can take my fingers lower, the wrist a little lower. And if we want to show this is the back of the hand, we can actually show this with drawing a few knuckles, which are just tiny shapes like that. Now with just this, tell me if everyone has drawn this, and then I'll show you how you can make the fingers apart. Okay, now can anyone think of how we can just use the same grid and draw fingers which are spread out? And you can spread your own fingers out and see how, where the square is, where the circle is, and what kind of angles are made by our fingers. I'll draw a slightly bigger hand this time. This is the circle. So I'm going to show you how I do this, an easy way. Again, divide the circle and square shape in half and half, vertical and horizontal. Now we know where all the fingers come from. So you draw those dots. I'm drawing this hand, but no, which hand am I drawing? I'm drawing a left hand. So if this is our finger in the middle, this is going to be our thumb. If I want to show my index finger going to one side, right from here, I just draw the angle that I want my index finger to go to. And we know that our fingers generally don't go so too far. So you can actually look at your finger and see if this is the square, to what side is this finger pointing, and then draw the same angle. Oh, you want to show something, Shana? Let me see. Yes, let's see. Oh my God, that is so good. That is a very good hand. Very good. Nice. I like. Good. Now, are you drawing this one also with me? Now we're going to draw a hand that's doing this. And you can figure it out. It's the same formula. Okay, now this time we will draw the fingers apart. So the fingers don't become this fat, right? So draw the fingers apart like that. So there's a gap between the fingers. See? I'm going to use a brush pen to show you this. All my fingers are ending, touching the circle. Getting it? Yes, Sia, you have a question? Let's see. Oh, that is nice. That's a different kind of hand altogether. Very good. Were you able to draw the one I'm showing you? And what about this one with the hands, fingers outstretched? Good, good. Draw this one as well. Okay. So after you finish this, you have to decide whether you're showing a hand that's like this or a hand that's like this. Because if we make the connector webs of the hand for the front, we have to make them in front of these lines and join it like this. If we want to make it look from the back, then we have to make the connector line slightly higher. So here's the difference. if I make the lines over here and then also extend this line down and connect the thumb like this, then this looks like the back of the hand. And then we can draw these knuckles and nails, which can just be an oval shape like this or a half oval shape like this and a half nail on the thumb side. See? I'll hold it up for a little while so you can all finish drawing it. And then everyone give me a thumbs up when you're done. Then I'll show you how to draw. Oh, very good, Shanae. Then I'll show you how to draw the hands from our reference images. Is everyone done?
Yeah, ma'am, is this done now?
Sorry, who was that?
Miss I.
Okay, I is who? Shanae?
Miss, is this done?
What is done? The hand?
This hand.
Oh no, today we are doing only hands. You want to do something else, Shanae?
Yes.
Okay. Now I want to show you the pictures that I have sent you. We're going to try and draw some of those hands. I think you can all draw this hand now, right? Do you want to try drawing this hand? We've already drawn it, but from the other side or the other hand. How about try drawing this hand instead with the same formula? Let's see. I'm also going to draw it with you. So let me change the view of the share. I'll share one more time so you can see my screen as well and the reference image. Okay, let's try. First, let's make the square. Circle. Divide in half. Now we know that the index finger is pointing up and the little finger is pointing to the right, but there are no middle fingers. The middle finger and the ring finger are bent, but they're not bent at the knuckle because see, this is where the knuckle is. The knuckle is here, so this is where our circle is, right? So it goes a little higher and they just look like two half sausages. So we will draw two lines which are short lines going upward. Draw the thumb, come down to the wrist. And then just start drawing it. Oops, not this pen. This is one finger. Oops, not that high, somewhere here. And again, don't join the fingers yet because we have to draw the web part in between, behind. And now because we have a reference image, you can always add more stuff. Like there is a little bit of a wrist bone at the base. Then your hand comes down. And here again, the bone of the thumb extends a little outward. Then you have knuckles, nails. Oh, this has become too fat. And we can draw some more knuckles. And maybe also some nails. Oh, very nice, Ada. That's looking good.
Thank you, Miss.
Let's see. Oh, great. Very nice, Sia. Looking good. This wasn't tough, was it?
Thank you. No, it wasn't.
Good. You're getting the formula now. Okay. Now, let us see what else we have. Now, there are some slightly complicated hands. Let's see if we can do this. And you can change a few things here. Like, for example, let's examine where our circle lies. So look at the knuckles. See that our circle is somewhere over here. Circle looks the same from all sides, right? But our square is actually tilted. See?
It's a diamond.
Yes. So what if we tilt the square and then try and draw all the shapes? Does it remain the same? We have to experiment and see. What if, yes, the middle finger still comes from the center of this the circle. See, everything remains exactly there, but it's shorter. And the thumb actually comes from a little inside. Okay, do you want to draw this first? Draw these shapes. Draw the diamond shaped square. Then draw the circle so that we know where the fingers begin. Now this angle, how do you know what?
Miss,
Yes?
I'm leaving.
You're leaving? Okay. I'll see you next week, Shana. Okay, so make all the angles properly, all the rough lines, make them up to the height that you need the fingers. So my middle finger is here, the index finger is here, the ring finger is somewhere here, and the little finger is just at the bottom. And then the thumb goes almost straight up and turns towards the index finger. See, if they are the same line. Oh, parallel. Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to reshare. I don't think you can see mine. Oh, were you able to see mine? I didn't even notice. Okay, so we have the thumb parallel to the index finger, and all the other fingers are parallel to each other. And then from the thumb, base of the thumb, the wrist comes straight down. From the base of the little finger, the wrist comes straight down as well. So now if I remove this part, I remove the now we can use our old technique to draw the shape. Just bend it this time and draw the thumb. Now notice how the thumb is also visible. It folds and it's visible inside. So you draw it like this. Ring finger, hardly visible, but you can draw it like this. And then the little finger is just so much, which comes all the way down. And then the thumb is a little knuckle here, a little bone here, come down to make the wrist. I think my little fingers look a little chubby. Make the webs between your fingers. Here you don't need to make the web, and make slightly upright knuckles. Not bad, huh? So now Sia, Azad and Ruhan. I think the three of you can attempt drawing one of the slightly more complex fingers like these. And we can try doing a little bit of shading. Kyra, you are welcome to do this as well because there's no reason why you should not attempt this. But as you can see, we do not see any square or circle, and all our straight lines are bent here. But in this case, you can still make a skeleton out of this. So first thing is, if you can see the knuckles, try to imagine where that circle would be. It's probably an oval now because the hand is all scrunched up. And then all the fingers are bending inward. And there's one we can't even see because there's an overlap. So we just draw these straight lines and look at where they are parallel. And then once this is done, all you need to do is draw sausages around these shapes. Sausages with flat edges, with bent corners, some dips, some folds. So once you have the structure, then making the sausages is very easy. Then from the outside, only draw bumps to accommodate the knuckles. And there we are. Okay, so let's draw an oval first. Then draw the blue lines. You have a blue line on the right side of the oval at say 2 o'clock. Then a smaller blue line below that. Then one blue line going upwards towards the left. And there's another blue line just after that. Then look at how the blue line and the green line are making like a tent shape. You have a very tall tent. Then you have a shallow tent. And another shallow tent. And then you have this purple line that goes halfway across the top green tent. On the paper, it just doesn't look like anything, does it? It doesn't look like a hand at all. But now let's try drawing the sausages. The thumb sausage and the middle finger sausage are overlapping. Remember that the fingers will have straightish edges. And the knuckles are all in line. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have to also look at that. I haven't noticed that before. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the others are 1, 2, 3 here. I hope I'm not confusing you guys too much. A lot of drawing or art has to do with seeing things really well. If you are able to see them well, understand what they stand for, then you are able to draw very well also. Now, the reason why I told you to draw this, the older kids, is because there are a few things you need to notice in this. And one of them is that it almost looks like the fingers have dimension. You have the top of the finger and the side of the finger visible, and I want to show you how to show that. Okay, just observe this, don't draw with me, just look at what I'm drawing. So I'm starting with the finger that I see in the front. This is the little finger. I make the knuckle, I make a slightly curved line, and then a curved but flat line. See? And I'm making these folds because it's very important to show that this finger is on its side. And I'm showing a few wrinkles on the first knuckle here. And these shapes are also very important. The shape of the knuckle is slightly flattish, and then you have the flesh. Then on the front, it's slightly shallow. Then again, flattish here. It's incredibly flat when we bend because our bones over there seem to be creating a gap, and the skin just seems to stretch over it. And I'm doing this only by observing tiny shapes and overlaps in the picture. Like the little finger overlaps the ring finger in a particular way. The middle finger is overlapped by the ring finger and the thumb. And the thumb is a little foreshortened. That means it is coming a little towards the front. I know that these terms can sound a little cryptic and confusing, but in the beginning, all you need to do is just pay attention to the term and say at least that, okay, there is a reason why things look the way they look. Now look at the thumb on the nail on the thumb also has a very peculiar shape, and I can see it in at just one angle. Flattening the nails on top, ending this finger earlier. Oh, this is too round. I'll put knuckles there as well. And you'll notice how there are lots of gaps in my lines because our skin and our bodies are not joined by straight lines at all. They are like putting a piece of cloth on top of lots of sharp things, hard things like bones and cartilage. So everything in our body stretches and folds and bends and joins each other in folds. See? Now, once this is drawn, then I can shade and create more depth. So I have a shadow here of the thumb. All these knuckles are in a little bit of shadow, and I have some shading on the inside as well. Can you see it? So within like 5-10 minutes, we can at least draw a hand like this, partly using the same formula that we have used to draw these two hands and these hands. So you can draw quite a lot just with this one formula.
Miss, can you see my hands?
Yes, let's see your hands. Okay, very good. This is a great start. I think you're getting it. Nice. I like the overlaps that you made of the finger and the thumb over here. That's very good.
Thank you, Miss.
Let's see yours, Rohan. Do you have any questions, Rohan, since this was your topic? Do you think this was helpful?
Oh, ma'am, I took a screenshot so like I can view it later also if I need help.
I'm going to share those pictures with you.
Okay.
I think they're already there on the group.
No, it's not that. I'm just like seeing like the formula also. Just
Okay. All right. Let's see yours. Okay, very good. That is nice too. Well done. So, yeah, hands can be as tough, if not tougher. Very nice, Sia. How did you like it, Sia? I want some feedback from all of you. I want to know from you whether the formula is good because this is my very own formula. I usually make hands this way and I realize that I can do a lot with this formula, but I want to know whether it was helpful for you guys.
Yes, ma'am, it was very helpful.
Good.
better than the stuff that you find on YouTube.
Very good. That's good feedback. Good. So I just want you to know that this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to hands because there are so many things that we can do with hands. So I want you to try and play around with this formula and don't worry about whether your hands look too perfect like hands or not. What I want to know is when you want to apply this, say you want to draw a picture of somebody, say fighting or throwing stuff or holding stuff, are you able to figure out how this formula will work? And also, you have hands, so you can just use your hands, stand in front of the mirror, click a picture, and see how the hand looks, and then recreate that. All right? Okay, so what are we doing next week? Any thoughts?
How to like connect a face with a hand. I mean, like we've learned how to draw faces and hands, so now how to like show a hand saying hi near the face or eating something like that.
Oh, it's the same thing. You just put this drawing in front of the face. Is there anything else that you would like to draw?
Ma'am, we've already done like bodies earlier, so like maybe we could do more on that or something.
Okay,
Maybe.
you can
I don't
do.
know.
All right, we can do bodies. But next week, I'm thinking a new month begins. It's the 3rd. So we can start a new topic if you want. This whole month was supposed to be portraiture. Or we can do a full body. We can do
And maybe we can do animals.
yes, that'll be very nice. Let's do animals. Okay? Send your suggestions what animals you'd like to make. I really love making animals.
But ma'am, in the future, sometime maybe you should teach us how to make like a full human body.
I can. So that's what Rohan was saying. I think we have done that in the past, but we'll do that again for sure.
Thank you.
Okay, so next week let's do animals. Let's do full bodies of animals. Full bodies or only faces?
Ma'am, I don't know, it depends. And like even animals don't have to be that detailed. Like there are many like cartoonish animals.
Okay, let's try both.
There's this guy who like he doesn't even like he uses like the basic formula for animals, like the circles and all. But like when he makes them, he makes it really nice and cartoonish.
Okay,
Like
let's.
the eyes aren't like that, it's like a lemon or something.
Eyes are like a lemon.
Yeah, the eye ka shape is like a lemon. So
Okay, okay, let me see what I can do. All right, funny animal cartoons. Okay, let's see what. Oh, that is sweet. That's a rabbit. Nice. Okay, let's do some cartoon animals next week. Okay, thank you everyone. Bye. See you on
Thank you, Miss. Bye, Miss.